So this was actually the first time that we're going to have someone from the HRM recycling group. We are thrilled to have you. One of the reasons why I especially wanted this was because we have new rules this year, and also because one of my most vivid memories from my first week as a grad student was I lived in a house with 4 other grad students, and the first time recycling day came around, we stood with, may I borrow? This, or the old version of this piece of paper, 4 different bins in front of us, a roll of twine, and we were holding a cereal box, reading the instructions from this, Googling, and arguing for a solid 10 minutes about whether this was boxboard or cardboard. So the 5 of us did not figure it out right, but we now have an expert for you.
Thank you. All right, my name is Cathy Trafford, and I'm a waste educator with HRM Solid Waste. And thank you for inviting me here today, because hopefully I will help clear your mind around some of the questions around proper sorting. So, first of all, I just want to let everyone know that it is the law to sort your waste here in Nova Scotia and in HRM, okay? Doesn't matter whether you live in a house, an apartment, a business, everyone is required to sort their waste. Now, it doesn't mean that everyone's doing it or that programs are offered everywhere. However, it is a requirement, okay? Now, I'd just like to get a quick show of hands, because that'll let me know which direction I'm going in. How many people live in a home that gets curbside garbage collection? Okay. The rest of you are probably apartment. Is that what I see, apartment now? Okay, all right. So, on August 1st, there was some changes that came to HRM that we are now putting our garbage in clear bags. You need to see through the bags for your garbage. If you live in a house that gets collection at the curb, you are allowed 6 garbage bags, which can be 5 clear bags and 1 private black bag. Or it can be 6 clear bags if you don't need the privacy. If you live in an apartment, you are not required to do the clear bag at the moment. HRM needed to start somewhere, so we started with homeowners that get collection at the curb. So, if you live in an apartment, you are still required to sort your waste. However, you will need to follow the directions on the bins that your landlord supplies to you. Now, maybe your apartment landlord doesn't supply you with anything. Well, you can secretly, if you want to, call 311, and we will have some resources that we will leave out in the back there somewhere on a table that will give you that information on 311, or a website that you can secretly say and remain anonymous and say, I would like recycling, we don't have it in our building. We do have people that go around and they're kind of like the garbage police. However, you can never get around to everyone that lives in all the businesses in HRM. So it's a start. All right. If you live in a house and get curbside collection, again, clear bags is what we need people to do, is we need people to sort their waste. Over the years, we've tried to get people to sort, and it is hard, so we followed the directions of other municipalities around Nova Scotia that said the clear bag was working relatively well. However, it doesn't matter where you live, you still need to sort your waste, okay? What I'm going to do is we have 5 waste streams that everybody uses. So again, doesn't matter where you live, in a house or an apartment or a condo or a business, your place of work, they're still required that you do 5 different sorts. That is organics, green bin, food composting. That is required everywhere. If you're in a house, you will get the green bin supplied to you through the municipality and a little bin for under your sink. Again, if stuff like that's missing, you can always call that 311 number and there's somewhere that you can get a bin. If you live in an apartment, the apartment landlord does not have to provide you with a little container for your organics or food waste. However, you can choose to use an old ice cream container, a bucket, or a cereal box, or anything that you can collect, that you might want to collect your organics in. You can be creative. And then put it in the green bin that he provides down below or outside. Okay, so everybody is required to sort their food waste. Now, when I say food waste, it means pretty much everything. Because the process is done so quickly, you can put meat, bones, oil, grease, any food stuff goes into the organic bins. Our second sort is container recycling. So when I say container recycling, I mean, all plastic containers, all plastic bags, all glass, all tin, all what else? All milk containers, all foil plates, soup cans. All those containers can go in a blue bag out at the curb or in your recycling bins. That's our second sort. Third sort is paper recycling. Paper and containers cannot be mixed in together because they get sorted totally different areas. Paper, and this is the one item that I see in the garbage so much. Nice, ready to recycle, good paper in the garbage. Paper means that it can be any paper at all, whether it's a flyer, whether it's glossy, whether it's a soft-covered book. All of this paper can be recycled. No need to remove any staples. No need to remove any plastic windows if you have envelopes. That'll all get done in the recycled process. The only thing I want to say is that if you have a hard-covered book, the hard cover cannot get recycled, but if it's a soft-covered book of any kind, it can be recycled as is, okay? Hard covers, well, we cannot ask you to take the hard cover off, but if anyone wants to take the few seconds to pull the middle pages out, feel free to do so. So then you have organics, container recycling, paper recycling, then you have corrugated cardboard. Corrugated cardboard is like a cardboard box that has the waffles in between. Like this here, it has another layer in between the box here. Okay? Right here. Box board is like cereal box, Kleenex box. That's just a plain layer. It doesn't have another layer in between. So box board, if you live in a house, follow the guide, and it's going to tell you that box board now goes with paper. If you live in an apartment, follow the directions of your landlord. Okay. And then we have garbage. So really, garbage should be probably the smallest bag in the house if we do the rest of it, okay? One of the most common asked questions is styrofoam. Styrofoam still remains garbage here in HRM. We're working on pilot programs to try and recycle styrofoam, but at the moment, all styrofoam is garbage. Okay, so that's probably, and wrappers and stuff like that, chip bags and wrappers. That's most of what you're going to see in your garbage, you know, unless you're doing a cleaning or something like that. I should mention, I know a lot of folks moved in, moved out in the last week or so. You are allowed one bulky item at the roadway if you live in a house. So meaning if you're getting rid of a mattress, you're getting rid of a couch, you are allowed one bulky item at the curb every time you put the garbage out, okay? So if you put more than one thing out and something stayed there, it should get picked up next time. But there is always a 311 number that you can call if you have any inquiries. I think the last thing I want to say is that I get questions asked about Kleenex and paper towel, where that goes. What I want to mention is that anything that is bodily fluids should be put in the garbage. When we're educating, and we need to make a rule up for 400,000 HRM residents, you know, it's not that Kleenex cannot go in the green bin, but anything that has bodily fluids on it, wipe your hands or paper towel, we just had to make a rule, and the rule is put it in the garbage, okay? What I want to say in the clear bag system, that's not what the garbage police are looking for, is Kleenex and paper towel. What they are looking for is when I talked about the recycling of the containers, the tin, the plastics, the bags, the milk cartons, they're looking for your recycling containers, and they're looking for paper and food composting. So those are the three big areas. If you have a paper towel or Kleenex in a bag, that's really not what they're looking for. And we also say that all bathroom waste is garbage as well, okay? So I just want to encourage everyone to try and do their best. You know, whether you do it for the environment, for yourself, for the next generation, for your children, it's just good business to do it. We need to save our landfills. We need to help our earth. So I encourage you all to take the couple minutes a day that it will take to properly sort your waste and help the environment. Yes? Yes. In your black privacy bag, you can have one black privacy bag. You don't have to see through that. So that's where you can use your white kitchen catchers or your Sobeys bags or that, all of that, in that privacy bag, okay? Or if you have a garbage can, you can put separate kitchen catchers, white kitchen catchers, or separate grocery bags filled and tied up in that one can, and that becomes your privacy bag. No, well, you can, in clear bags, they now sell clear, small kitchen catcher bags. They might be a little hard to find. We were at Superstore last night on Quimpool, and they had them. Some places ran out, but if it's clear, you kind of got to see right through it, and you can buy those clear bags now. You're welcome. Thank you very much. We do have a couple of resources here. There is, oh yeah, the most important piece I forgot to mention, a new app, and it's Halifax Recycle, so you can download that app. I will leave some of them behind, but Halifax Recycle is a new app that if you're not sure where something goes, go to that app and ask it, where do I put, and it's going to tell you where to put it. And on the back of this is kind of like an overview of what goes where, kind of like in a nutshell. For a more detailed what goes where, I have two different ones. On the top, you will see Householder's Guide or Apartments. If you want more detailed, look at the top and take the one that is for you, whether it's a house or apartment. Thank you very much.